Here's a KV1 game. I'm platooned with Funky J Rob's T1 Heavy on Himmelsdorf, a wonderful map for a KV1. This is another game where you really get to see the KV1's ability to just drive straight into the enemy team and not give any shits whatsoever. So it's a tier 5 match. I'm top tier. It's party time. So Rob and I decide we're just going to go straight down Heavy Alley and push them because the enemy only have really only two heavy tanks. The DW2 doesn't really count since it's basically a GIMP Panzer III. Chiha gets spotted going through middle. Our 1C is basically sewer scouting. Rob puts himself up high to get some quick shots off from a hold down position, while I head straight for Heavy Alley. I take position behind this pile of debris, just in time to bounce a heat shell from that T-28. Probably would have bounced regardless of where he'd hit me, to be honest, using a 76mm dirt gun. I can pin his turret easily, which is exactly what I do. The enemy KV drives out. I go for a shot through the truck, but the truck absorbs enough pen that it doesn't go through the KV1's side armor. Our 1C derps straight out in front of it, which is enough to scare the KV1 off somehow. So the KV220 pulls up alongside myself and Rob as well, and I decide it's time to move out. So Rob pushes up. I cover him for a moment, and then I decide, fuck it, I may as well drive out as well. So I start pushing. Rob's going straight down the alley with the KV220. I decide to hook in through middle. You can see our 1C is almost dead because he insists on driving in front of enemy tanks. I'm looking for a shot on this KV1, but it's not going to happen, not through that gap. So I continue on. I stop here to take a shot at the Panzer IV, which misses completely because I didn't wait for my aim to settle, and I cop a shell in the back of the turret from the Su-85 for my trouble. Enemy KV1's out of the way, so Rob and I sort of collapse in on this Su-85. The 1C suicides in front of its gun, but you know, puggy's gonna pub. I was worried for a moment there I'd get penned in the side. Chiha's actually have quite good guns for their tier, but thankfully they were both very bad at aiming. Take out the enemy Artie before he can shotgun me, and then Rob is going to go up the 3 line, I'm going to cut across middle. And right here I get a very lucky RNG shot on that Chiha. Not quite so lucky with his friend, but I do manage to track him in the open. You can see that he has a repair kit, which is quite rare for low tier tank players. They usually don't bother with consumables at all. But I'm able to take him out anyway. And then I RTB. So you can see here our team is beginning to fall apart a bit. KV220 hasn't really done anything, which is remarkable since he should have been able to single-handedly win this game almost. Panzer IV drives up, misses his shot, and then gets rammed. I managed to light the T-46 on fire, so I can sort of fire and forget with him. I notice here I'm at 7 kills. I didn't even, it just didn't register on my mind that I'd killed that many tanks until I looked. Suddenly 7 kills. So, heading back to, you can see our KV220 hasn't even taken damage yet. If he was capable of aiming and he knew what he was doing, instead of driving around aimlessly, he would have cleaned up his game. I managed to kill the DW2. Whoops. Trying to get this to run a little smoother. So I'm now up to a Radley Walters medal, which are okay. Our KV220 takes his first damage. I believe that was off the enemy KV1, which can certainly pen him. see me ignoring the 1C behind me, it can't pen me. There's very few small places on my tank it can pen, but I'm not worried. So I'm looking for shots on either of these two guys. Their KV1 pens me, so I figure, oh, maybe I should have been side scraping this whole time. Maybe that would have been smart. So I start doing it, which probably saves me there. The Matilda's figured out how to shoot a KV220, though not how to wait for his aim to settle. I bounce a shot off the front of the Matilda. It has really good armor for a tier 4. Even the tier 5 Matilda has really good armor. At least for a tier 5 medium tank. It's largely immune to derp guns as well, even if they fire heat. Even before the nerf it was difficult to kill. So you can see me moving to this corner to side scrape out because I could see that KV1 was trying to flank me. I've loaded gold after this shot because I don't want him penning me as much as I pen him, if that makes sense. I'm trying to DPM race him, but with the small margin of health I have, I don't want to bounce. So I'm able to take him out. That's 9 kills. Matilda bounces a shot off me, but unfortunately somebody else bags him before I can. So this is looking very close to my second ever Radley Walters on the KV and my third overall. Very, very close. Sorry about the Steam spam, but I missed that shot, unfortunately. That would have got me my Pulse medal there, sorry. Not Radley Walters. Because I'm so slow and my team are almost up there already, I figure I've probably got no hope of killing him. Like, if I go up there, they're going to beat me there. If I stay down here, I'm not going to have shots at him. But I drive out anyway, just in case they can sort of scare him back around the corner of the castle. Down into F8, F9. But he charges straight at them, so Rob is forced to start firing. And so I let Rob take the kill. But it's still a crucial contribution. 13 kills for our platoon. So that's a crucial +1. Obviously a very hard carry. Our team I don't think really did any damage this game. It was all us. Quite an easy match. The KV1 is just murder on low tier puppies because they don't know how to deal with it. And if you understand the concepts of side scraping and hull down and all that stuff you should really know by the time you get to tier 5 even, you can just wreak havoc on these poor little bastards with it. It's an excellent tank. Really thoroughly enjoyable. So even if you played through it, it's definitely worth keeping around.